Hello, first graders. I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to be making textured line bunnies because spring is coming, Easter is this coming weekend. So we've talked before in kindergarten and first grade about line being the path of a point, or a dot went for a walk. So when that dot goes for a walk, it can be wavy, it can be zigzaggy, it can be straight, diagonal, horizontal, vertical. And what we're going to talk about today is how you can use line to show texture. So texture is how something feels or looks like it feels. And there's actually two different kinds of texture. And I have my friend here from my daughter's stuffed animal collection. One of the kinds of texture is called actual or tactile texture. When I pet this stuffed bunny, or if I petted a real one, it feels soft to my hand. It feels fluffy. Now, in the art world, unless you're making a sculpture out of fake fur and fluffy stuff, you kind of have to cheat a little. You have to trick people's eyeballs. So the texture that artists use a lot of the time is called visual texture. You only see it. So today we're going to use line to make visual texture to trick people's eyeballs into thinking we have a fluffy bunny on our paper. So I've got a white piece of paper here, and what color marker depends on really what color you want your bunny to be. You want it to be a water marker, meaning like a Crayola, Mr. Sketch. This is not a good time to use permanent marker, and you'll find out why in later steps. So when I start looking at my whole paper space, I want to make sure I have room for the ears at the top. So I'm actually going a little bit below the halfway point on my paper, and I'm going to draw an oval about the size of a cutie orange, one of those little snack size ones. Then above there, I'm going to put one bunny eye on this side with a little shiny spot, one bunny eye on that side, little shiny spot. I'm going to go inside the oval, upside down triangle, kind of with rounded corners for the nose. When I'm drawing anything like a puppy, a kitty, teddy bear, the line here in the middle, and then the smile at the bottom. When I'm drawing the outline for the bunny's head, I want to think of the fruit, a pear, because they're skinnier at the top and then they get fatter at the bottom. And a bunny has a kind of a skinnier top to their head and then bigger, fluffier, fatter cheeks. You can of course make a skinnier bunny or a chubbier bunny. That's totally up to you. And then up here, I made sure I had plenty of room left on my paper so that I would be able to put in nice, big, long bunny ears. That's just kind of a stretched out oval shape. Now, you could just add plain shoulders down here. Because I'm thinking of someone who might be visiting our houses this next weekend, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bow tie, or he could have a regular tie. Maybe some flowers around the neck. You get to decide and add some personality to your bunny. All right, I'm gonna go grab a pink crayon really quickly. Because I want to give my bunny kind of a pink nose, pink insides of the ears. And the bow tie, this is another place where you can get a little wild and crazy, add some personality. I think my bunny is thinking Hastings Raiders. He's got a blue and yellow bow tie on. Now here comes the point where we're going to add some texture with line. Bunnies are fluffy, they're not smooth. So I'm gonna start by adding some lines right around each of the eyes. And you're gonna notice these lines almost look like a sun, the rays of a sun around those eyes. Now there's gonna be some lines that kind of blend in going up from the nose, around the side. Thinking about how the fur would be growing on the bunny's body. So I'm adding some texture to the ears here. The fur is growing around that kind of muzzle or snout on the bunny. the area where its nose is, around, kind of like a circle again. And down here on the body, it can grow down. Now, if you wanted to, this could be like a kind of a spotted bunny. So I'm actually gonna make some areas where they're filled in a little bit solid. And then to kind of soften that texture or make it a little bit fuzzier, I am taking plain old water and a brush. So there's no paint involved here, but because I was using a watercolor marker, you're gonna notice it's going to start to bleed a little bit. So I'm not trying to soak the paper here. I'm just trying to get enough that those lines kind of soften or smudge just a little bit. I'm not gonna go over my eyes. I don't need to go over my nose because I don't want those things to smudge. And Mr. Bunny is gonna have to go dry somewhere while I work on my background for him. I'm gonna make a background with a lot of carrots. So I have an orange piece of paper, but you could use white piece of paper and draw the carrots right on there. I'm going to need a long, stretched out kind of triangle shape. And I'm gonna add some lines on that there to make it look more like a real carrot. I'm gonna draw probably about 7 or 8 of these and cut these out. I'm gonna go into time lapse so you see that happen a little bit more quickly. Boys and girls, I have my bunny cut out, I have my carrots cut out. I am going to use a green background. You could use whatever color you would like. I'm doing dot dot not a lot. Don't need a puddle at home if I don't need a puddle at school. I'm going to make sure that the bunny touches the very bottom of the page here when I attach him, because otherwise he'd be missing the rest of his body. It's kind of like a bunny portrait here. And then I'm going to take those carrots, and I added a little bit of a yellow highlight on each side with yellow crayon. And have them floating around him. He's a very happy bunny. He's surrounded by his favorite snack. And my last step here would be green marker or crayon. You might kind of have to hunt for a color that'll work on top of construction paper. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my carrots their tops. All right. And you could show this same way of using texture on almost any animal that had fur. So today we used line to show texture, and we have visual texture. You see it instead of feel it. If you had an actual bunny in your lap, that would be tactile or feel it texture. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.